You are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
We are going to start with our opening keynote, which is going to be delivered by Mr. Mrutyunjay Mahapatra, Member Board of Directors, Quantum Asset Management India, and he is going to be talking about the digital journey of organizations and the strategy of IT leaders. Mr. Mahapatra is a senior banker. Till recently, he was heading one of the oldest banks in India as its CEO and is credited with its all-round transformation. He's a member of the Governing Council of RBI Innovation Hub and Board of Supervision of NABARD. He's a member of the Insurance Advisory Council of India as well. He was previously the CIO of SBI and led IT, data and analytics and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Mrutyunjay Mahapatra. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Anisa. And to begin with, I think I must add my words of compliment for Accent Infomedia for having organized such a wonderful, diverse, and spreading across many geographies. The timely seminar on what is, or conclave on what is going on in this world, which was transforming at a big pace, but suddenly there are accelerators due to pandemic. There are also some impeders, which we saw that probably the top management in organizations are not spending as much on a few technology as they would have spent pre-pandemic. So we are seeing both the worlds coming together. We are seeing accelerators and impeders coexisting. We are seeing collaboration. So in the next 30 minutes or so, which has been allotted to me, I'll try to bring a perspective, because all of you are leaders in your own rights. You don't need a lot of education or gyan or wisdom. At your level, when you come in contact with some persons like me who has done a bit of own experimentation and own program implementation, you are validating your own ideas. And this validation has to be put to a framework. What is this framework? This framework has to be anchored on a lot of various parameters. And these parameters, we will have to take what is the interplay between them, and we will have to mobilize these things in order to deliver what is before our stakeholders. So let us get going, and I'll share my screen. Please confirm that you are able to see this, and then we will take it forward. So first is that all of you as CIOs, all of you must understand that you don't have to look at the CEO for the decisions. Many of the things as CEOs or CTOs, as CIOs or CTOs will depend on all of you, because as they say quite commonly, the organizations will not require CIOs. Why? Because the CEO will be the CIO. IT and digital has become so ubiquitous. It has become so all pervasive that today we do not say that any company is a company in any business. We say it is an IT company in the business of X. So banks are IT companies in the business of, hotels are IT companies in the business of hospitality. Retail chains are IT companies in the business of retail. So that is the extent today of various IT companies and business changing hands. To begin with, if we have to look at the digital technology or digital strategy, we must know what is happening around us. First are, what are the strategic technology trends? This has been given by Gartner. This is not my own. So this is something which is globally accepted. First is that 3 dimensions are playing out: people centricity, locational independence, and resilient delivery. People centricity has taken a completely new dimension because of the connectedness of the behaviors. Earlier, we were calling it Internet of Things. Today, we call it Internet of Behaviors. If your behavior in X platform, or let us say that platform is your social ecosystem, that is not isolated from your behavior in the commercial ecosystem, or in the physical ecosystem, or in the governmental ecosystem. So all these behaviors are getting connected, and a pupil centricity will depend on how quickly leaders are able to embrace this Internet of Behaviors. Second is that total experience. Individual experiences are no more valid. What we are looking at is that connectedness and providing an aggregate experience which is better than the individual experiences. So journeys, what we say, let us say we take an example of you buying a car. You buying a car will no more dependent on the showroom experience alone. It will also depend on the prior information that you have sent, the journey to the showroom, the probably waiting period, post-sales experience. So total experience will be critical determinant of how things will happen. In people centricity, last one is respecting the privacy. The millennial generation will continuously push back on anything that is impeding their privacy or their individualism. So computing in the new world has to be not just privacy complying, but privacy enhancing. In people-centric digital trends, always, earlier we were talking about experiences and this, that, and other things, but today, all the software, all the applications have to be privacy enhancing. The second group of trends is the locational independence. And wherever I am, whenever I am, I should be able to do things. And this will require this anywhere operation, which is at the middle, will define the top, which is the backward integration, will define the bottom, which is a cybersecurity mess. What is a cybersecurity mess? Cybersecurity mess is that cybersecurity used to be very much premises centric. You have big firewalls, you have big security policies, you are trying to do things as an individual excellence, but it is cybersecurity is going to be an internet of cybersecurity. Wherever you go, handover will happen like a mobile network. Whichever best cybersecurity protocol is available, the collaboration is going to be the writing on the wall. You will not be able to deliver a product unless you have partnerships in cybersecurity. And of course, the trend that is ruling today the day is intelligent, composable business. Intelligent, it was very fashionable probably 1 year to 2 years back to talk about AI and ML. Now AI and ML have gone beyond seminar and conclave talks to real life implementation. So AI has to be engineered to get embedded into businesses. And this the proof of the pudding will be in hyperautomation. How quickly AI automates a particular journey will distinguish men from the boys. Now, having seen this, what success looks like? All of you as leaders, all of you as people who are engaged in the business of providing digital transformation to the world, you must know what success looks like. It begins with a digital workplace and digital leadership, no doubt about it. There are some of the old themes, there are some new themes. The old themes are digital strategy, innovation culture, customer experience management. The new themes are continuously looking at digital revenue. Gone are the days when digital transformation will be a bottomless pit into budgets will be poured. What is the economics of information, which is infonomics? How are you contributing to the digital ecosystem, not just of your organization, but of the partner organizations, but of the ecosystem? And ecosystem may not be exactly what a hospitality industry ecosystem probably will also involve a banking industry ecosystem, a travel industry ecosystem, a health industry ecosystem. All these will get combined, and the ability of all of you to map these things continuously and provide solution-centric discussions will define what is your digital business success. As digital leaders, all of you must take into account a framework such as either Michael Porter's 5 forces theory or McKinsey's 7S digital framework, and fit all of your individual placeholders and examine. Even in the digital world, there will be nothing which will replace a pure whiteboarding and finding out what digital business success means to all of you. So I leave these thoughts to you. I've just given a framework to you that what is the trend and what success looks like. Now let us look at what the leaders think is the way forward. A survey which was done both by Gartner and Forrester says that for 2021, timely tactics will define the success of the IT leaders. If you have missed the bus, you have missed the bus, you have missed the train, you have missed the aeroplane. There is nothing like plan A, plan B, plan C. As regards time is concerned, you cannot be hiding under the umbrella that transformation is happening and transformation will take a long time. Not possible. Your stakeholders will get wary, they will get bored, they will get tired, they will withdraw their support. First thing is that no more hiding behind a long duration transformation umbrella. If there is a good time, this time is now. You must establish quick wins. Second is that digital leadership has to be changed in a timely manner. You may be one of the leader and you may be under threat from your management for being changed unless you change your own digital leadership pipeline. And third is that don't always wait for formal procedural experiment or innovation. Incremental innovation is a natural urge of human beings. And we should have the capability to harvest and harness the natural experiments that keeps on happening in our minds and that keeps on happening in our team's minds. Second is that unifocus is not going to work. No either or. Digital acceleration has to be bifocal or bifurcated, because on both tracks, if on the innovation and the futuristic track, you are moving at a great speed, but you are not renovating, you are not innovating, you are not repositioning, you are not recalibrating your productivity or traditional IT track, then you will be left behind. Because as is famously told, the strength of the chain is the strength of the weakest link. You may be having very strong digital acceleration in parts, but unless the legacy stack is brought forward, we will be left behind. Digital and environmental. Gone are the days when, and environmental, don't take it amiss, Environmental doesn't mean only green or, promoting biodegradable or anything like that. All those are still valid. But what is more important is that ecosystem and digital has to go together. Product and productivity has to go together. There is a mad rush today led by some of the, e-payment systems and other things of bringing out products, but with their productivity. Again, as I told you, unless timely intervention is done on quick wins, from my own experience, I can say, I can vouch and I can confirm that products of great innovation, products of great ability, products of great potential have all fallen through the cracks because there is no productivity. Unless there is a scale, unless there is a ROI, which is quickly established, probably the product has and productivity both needs to be re-engineered. The last is that, which I will tell probably in the next slide, disrupting the disruptors. Market is a place for guerrilla warfare. People are watching over each other. Whoever is kidnapping the digital initiative because some headway is there, likely to be stopped on the track, because leaders are investing heavily in not just innovating, but stopping trespassers on their track. So this is going to be an interesting marketplace. And everybody is looking no more, as I told you, product and productivity is ruling the roost, but at the same time, people are thinking 10 years from now. And organizations are embracing what is called agile learning, which is necessarily predicated on two things. First is fail fast. Second is learn fast. So both these things will exist together. Now, if we have known what are the organizational trends, and if we also know that what are the leaders' think tank thinking, let us quickly discuss a few things which will be required by the business. As I told you, the disruptors must be tracked and thwarted. Part of the business. Technology will be deployed to stop some of the technologies which will be competitive. This is both good and bad. Some of the innovations which would have bloomed will be tracked and thwarted because big ones are not ready. What is happening to the Pentium 5 chips or 5G is because big boys are not ready. There is a lot of backstock which is to be distributed with the old chips, and this will lead to big loss to the chip manufacturers. So next generation chips, even if they are ready, they're not being released to the market. Second is scale. How quickly you can make your innovation to a factory. Gone are the days when innovation life used to be for a long time. Even iPhone is not sure. Such a big piece of innovation is not sure. So industrialization and scaling has to happen very fast. All of you who are in CIO, unless you may say that gone are the days, probably 5 years back, you were doing a POC for a period of 6 months. Now POC has to be concluded in 15 days. And ability will be determined how you are mapping the capability of the incumbent and you are challenging it, how you are making easy or making attractive your customers to migrate to your new digital offerings. Are you a good advisor? If you are a CIO, you must bring technology so that your leaders will become good advisors. Because in today's world, what is happening is that you are only giving that last minute advice. Most customers, thanks to the internet, thanks to the peer level, thanks to the information that is available in public domain, have 90% made up their minds. To clinch a deal, to close a sale, your leadership need to be efficient advisors. This will require orchestrating knowledge. This will require search facilities for getting to the knowledge fast, and reading the body language, reading the mind, and providing the appropriate advice. All of your platforms should be able to expand top and bottom and sideways, because customers will hate shifting from platform to platform. If they come to a banking platform, they should also be able to buy something, they should be able to sell something, they should be able to consult somebody. Value will be created not by individual component, by the aggregates. 1 plus 1 plus 1 will be equal to 4. But 1 will remain 1, 1 will remain 1, 1 will remain 1. So units will remain inefficient value creators. Aggregates will become very efficient and sought after value creators. Your own verticalization has to collapse, or even if they remain, there should be more collaboration and invisible risk management. Risk, as you know, risk management and customer experience are inversely proportional. If you put 4 passwords and 3 OTPs, then the experience will be compromised. How you can get invisible is very important. Big data and analytics, I have told, but always think of how you could be more and more disruptive, and thinking has to be by default a design thinking. Thinking cannot be a responsive and reactive thinking. All of you must open up to the design principles coming and being embedded into your process of strategy. The business vulnerability risk management has to migrate to Internet of Things and Internet of Behavior in order to give results. The economy already is an API economy. Your ability to consume APIs from others and your ability to expose your APIs to get fast to the results that you want will determine how good you are doing. One other thing that I want to leave a thought with you is that how your own employees are behaving in an entrepreneurial manner, whether they are able to take risks, whether they are willing to envision how the future will look like any other businessman, whether your employees are continuously increasing their ability of being an entrepreneur, or who I call intrapreneurs, will define your success. Incumbent challenging, as I told you, I think I have already dealt with this. So a few things you must invest right now. One is on challenging yourself. What do you want to do? What is the benchmarking in analytical? Are you participating or are you hosting hackathons? Are you investing in data science teams, or you are only foxed by the marvel and amazement about capabilities of data science and do here and there? Can you consume and contribute to open source, because open source is a community resource? And can you get back your customers? I successfully did it. I called it Ghar Wapasi technologies. How can they come back? And how can they be of value again? What is the technology that we require to do this? I've spoken about privacy, so I'll not speak. Last slide, I think I have 3-4 minutes. So last slide is that a lot of rejigging is necessary at all your verticals. First is that, you may be having a lot of data in a lot of tables, but it is like crude oil, which is not gone through a refinery. So you do not have usable petrol, usable diesel, usable kerosene, or usable coal tar even. So data tables must be converted into insights, and there must be a clear plan for that. Community infrastructure, there'll be many things which will not be, there for any of you to harness. So all of you must collaborate to create that infrastructure, and it is very important that all the all the things must have to be thought in a win-win fashion. This world, there is no I win, I lose, doesn't work anymore. So we'll have to get to that level of looking at how we can do a little bit of global thinking while remaining local. This is all I had to tell to all of you. If there are any questions, then I'll be happy to take them. And thank you very much. And thanks once again, Action Infomedia, for providing me the opportunity of giving the keynote address and being near to all of you. Thank you very much.